One of the issues I found when using the computer in the classroom was using different types of computers. That was my biggest issue. At the beginning, my whole lesson is going to be about the computer and instructing, step 1, step 2, and I found that it was actually more come into the classroom, present a piece of knowledge sort of relevant to the KLA that I was doing, which was drama at the time, present what I wanted them to do a quick run through of the program. Guys, you'll find it here, jotted on the board, so they didn't have to rehash all the time. Demonstrate it with a data projector maybe 2 or 3 times. Everyone's watching, right, how do we do it? Tell it back to me. And then let them run with it. I think kids have an expectation that a program or software can do pretty much anything, and it's they don't have a limited attitude towards the program. Whereas I think, okay, click menu, down toolbar. I found that the students were happy to have a little bit of knowledge and then sort of rumble their way through it and sort of find their own path. So kids who were right-clickers were right-clicking madly and getting things to happen. Kids who were better at reading were using the toolbar and the manual. And then some of them were just hopeless or helpless and would say, miss, I need help now. And so there were many different approaches to doing that. The skills I find that children bring to the table or to the situation in the lesson, one is their mobile. I'll say to them, we're going to make a PowerPoint about identity. What is identity? Justin?
Identity of yourself.
Yes, identity of yourself. What does identity of yourself, what's a way we can do that? Helen?
Description.
You're right. So we're writing a description about ourselves. What program or software are we using to write this description? Claudia?
PowerPoint.
PowerPoint? Great. And the first thing you're going to do is learn about identity, and you're going to learn about the program PowerPoint, but you're going to make it and you're going to present it.
My first day in Australia. Hello, my name is Sarah Kamali. I am a Lebanese girl. I love my country so much.
And so they'll often say, oh, Miss, I don't have a camera, but I've got a mobile. And it's like, perfect, I've got a USB cable.
Miss, can I use the reader, please?
Okay, cool. Olivia's got it. Help her out. Thanks, Olivia. And so kids, I'm one of the few classes where you can actually pull your mobile out, as long as you're not mucking around actually texting someone. It's one of the few classes where you've got your mobile out, you're scanning through your pictures, you're scanning through your MP3s, and you're actually borrowing the cable, uploading them, saving them to your student file, and then inserting them into their PowerPoint. So they bring their own technology. All the technology that we're constantly confiscating from them in the playground at lunchtime becomes a valuable resource. And if they didn't have that, I would have to spend hours bringing the camera in, taking photos. And for some kids I do. Some kids don't have cameras or mobile phones. But some of the quality of their mobiles, they've been making their own videos at lunchtime. This is me doing my favourite thing. I play basketball. And this is my friend taking a great shot. That goes into their identity part. That goes into maybe slide 4 about who you are because of your friends.
Today I'm going to talk about myself. Hello, my name is Shakira. This is my picture. I'm near 18 now. Although I love drawing, unluckily I don't have a chance to learn it. If I have a chance, I think I will learn it in the future. These 2 pictures were drawn by me on computer with the mouse.
So they let us go there. And so they bring their own portable technology with them, and they're addicted. We know they're addicted to them, and it just becomes relevant. And then we start talking in MP3 or WAV files or formats I don't even have a clue about, and they'll be like, oh, but did you know there's an MP4, miss? No. And we go from there and we share that information. If we're going to change our mindset about implementing technology into the classroom, stick with your old programs. If they work and you get great outcomes and you know that the content of your KLA is getting across, stick with that, but maybe tweak or modify your assessment. Add in a couple of technology focused lessons where maybe 20 minutes or 10 minutes of every lesson you have, okay, well, did you know that you can do this in Word? Did you know that you can put your picture under a piece of text and create your face as a text piece? Just insert into your general lesson plan a bit of technology. It doesn't have to dominate, it doesn't have to subtract. And then send them off to do it at home. If they're going to have this laptop, or if they've got the access, or if they can get into the computer lab at lunchtime, they'll do it because they're keen, and they will bring their technology with them. Okay, so we're using PowerPoint. What did I ask? How many slides do you have to have for your PowerPoint?
At least 7 slides.
7 slides. And what do you need to include on those slides? Monty?
Your name, your date of birth, and about your family, your friends, your likes and dislikes.
Okay, good. If I'm teaching Year 10 Jane Austen, I don't have to sort of drop all hands and stop focusing on the language or the content that's required for the testing of the HSC or the Year 10 certificate. I can sneak in. How would you bring one of the characters of persuasion to life? And feed them those ideas, feed them parts of how-to in the technology, and then send them on their merry way. That's their homework. That doesn't have to be part of your class. So when we're using this technology, what are the things you have to use from PowerPoint? What examples of PowerPoint do you have to put into your thing?
Word art.
Word art, good. So some really cool, fancy writing. Helen?
Photo, picture.
Photos or pictures?
Music.
Music? Anyone else?
Animation.
Animation. I come to the table with, for example, say approaching a Year 10, 15-year-old, 16-year-old class with, you know, the nice little assessment task that's got outcomes listed. It's got what I expect. It's got the marking and the ranking. And it'll also have a pro forma, so say if you're going to make a PowerPoint, you need at least 7 slides. They would include things such as this, this, this and this. And I really detail my expectations, and I really spell it out, how I would spell out how to write an essay. Paragraph 1 will have this, the introductory sentence should include this. You should quote or reference these people. But then I present it maybe that instead of writing an essay, it's now going to be a PowerPoint oral presentation.
不用这个，就是一个，那随你，你喜欢就可以，我提建议而已。
And that's where they get to run with it, because they'll choose the slide background. They'll choose the music if they're going to have some music. But I'll say to them, are you having music? What does that bring to it? Look at your media studies teachers, or look to media. Does that enhance or subtract from what you're presenting? So content, content, content. But the tool just brings, I suppose, a spark of life to something that's quite formatted. Surprisingly, the kids have reacted really well to say, when I say play with the idea or work with the content in a playful manner, to the point that I continue to get asked in the playground, can we have lunchtime computers, miss? And I've had to start donating lunchtimes to students because they're so keen and they want to get it done, and it's a sense of pride. It's very visual and interactive. I find that the students are sharing their information, they're sharing their technologies. I've got a couple of kids today who wanted to take a better photo, but they wanted to use their friend's better mobile phone. I've had students bring in programs from home, from different countries, to try to troubleshoot why we couldn't get something to work or to play correctly. So I find that the kids really own the information. I think we present our KLAs sort of as a professional, and we understand it, and the kids sort of look at what we're presenting as the unknown, where they understand what's going on there. And so they've already got the shutters half pulled down. I don't own this information, but they own technology, and they don't actually feel like they can't work it out. If they can't work it out, they'll have a friend who knows how to do it. They don't have any fear attached to technology. It's not, I can't, and I've not heard one kid say I can't. They always say, I can, but how? And if I say to them, I'm not really sure, I haven't worked that one out, I'll take it home and I'll work it out, they'll talk to each other and then come back and say, oh, we worked it out, miss. and teach me, and they get a great sense of ownership out of teaching me. There are some great positive things that I've achieved using ICT. I've had a lot of headaches. There were times, for example, last term when I tried to make a film, and I had a lot of support. I had Teachers Aid who was supporting me, and I had different parts of the department that were supporting this filmmaking project. But there were some questions that I came up with that I couldn't find any answers for, and I'd go home just, you know, waking up at night thinking, why can't I get this to work? Even asking the guy at Officeworks, all my kids have got Nokia mobiles, how can I get it to go into the computer? I don't know. Oh, we have this card reader, and a lot of people use this one, this one, this one. So you have to be accepting of the failure before it happens. You have to plan for the trouble bits and try to troubleshoot them before you get to class. And then when you can't do it, you have to be honest and say, guys, look, when I was born, computers were the size of this room, and you know, we're going to work it out together. You can't be afraid to use help, either the help from the program or to look for it online. Before I start any technology teaching, I go straight to Google and I look for help. I'm using PowerPoint and I want to insert some sound, some music, so I'm going to ask help. I don't know where it is in here, so I'm going to go looking. Okay, so if I save it to my file, I can find it. But there's also stuff that's provided in the computer itself, in the Clipboard gallery, so I can use that as well. I've just discovered Teachertube, heard about it through a couple of other teachers. It's like YouTube, but for teachers, and it's fantastic for how-to. You can go up here and search for what is a podcast, and you can find great ways to teach yourself and the kids. Make classroom posters with Microsoft Excel. It's a program that comes with every PC.
This video is to show you how to use Microsoft Excel to make posters for the classroom. First, just open a blank Microsoft Excel document. Then go to File, Page Setup. Make sure you're on the Page tab, and where it says Scaling, Adjust To, change that to 200.
Now, for students who want to get their MP3 music from the internet, there is a great place to go called CC Mixer, but as Cheyenne just found out, it will not let us open it. It's blocked. Now, I know we are allowed to use that site, but you'll have to use my password. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to log in to CC Mixer, show you how to use it. So if you go home, you can find it at home. If you don't have the internet at home, then I'll get people like Cheyenne to come up, sit down on my computer, find it, and save it to your student folder. Google Creative Commons. Now, looking around here, you're going to look for licensed work. That means songs and movies that you can copy. But you have to say where you copied it from, so you will have to copy the www and include that in your PowerPoint. Macquarie Ict Innovation Center is a newly established place, part of Macquarie University, supported by the Department of Education. I've just discovered it. I've been on 2 training days and they were great. Teachers teaching teachers, no one was an expert, and they encourage playing with the software. The best thing is they put everything online, so even if you haven't been a part of the training and you hear, say from me, oh, this program's there, it's a free download, you can go in, you can do your own tutorials. This is one of the courses I did, free and easy. Basically free software on the internet, super easy. The kids use it in class, they take it home, but they also can use it if they want to be on YouTube. All of the stuff's here, tutorials, and there's always a contact detail, so you can always find somebody who knows more.